Hi everybody, it's Kim, and today we're going to do a video on the second card in the Workshop on the Go card making guide, Pear and Partridge, from Close to My Heart. With this kit, you get everything that you need to make 15 Christmas cards. It comes with all the paper, all the bling, ribbon. It comes with this stamp set right here that you use on all the cards. It does not come with the ink pads. You have to use the ones that you have. The ones they recommend, I think, were cocoa, olive, and cranberry. I didn't have olive or cocoa, so I'm using chocolate, topiary, and cranberry for all the cards, so that's all that you need. So if you watched the first video, I told you how to take the guide and cut out all of your pieces ahead of time, but I'll just go over that again really quick. In the guide, it'll show you where to cut, how to cut everything out on each of the papers: 2 browns, a red, a colonial white, and 2 pieces of the B and T duos with the pears, partridges on one side and this green color on the other side. So cut all those out, separate them into piles for one card, card 1, card 2, and card 3. That'll make things go really easy and really quick, and you can kind of assembly line these and make your cards, you know, all of card 1, all of card 2, all of card 3, and it goes really fast. So you can make 15 cards with this, with a little bit of paper left over for other things. So when you cut out your white, colonial white, you want to keep this little excess, there's some excess space here. Keep those because you're going to need them for part of this second card, and I'll show you that here in just a second. So the pieces you're going to have is your card base, or your card, inked around the edges with chocolate, and then you're going to have a piece of brown that is 5.5 by 4 1/4. That's going to cover the entire front of the card. Then you're going to have a smaller piece of white that is 2.5 by 2.5, also inked in chocolate. You have a red that is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and then you have this green piece here that is 3 3/4 by 2.5. On this first card, I put it with this side up, and I think on this card I'm going to show you what it would look like with this side up, so that you can see that you don't have to follow the directions exactly. You can do what you want. You can switch the papers around, switch them up, and just do it however you want to do it. So let's get started. So for this card, we're going to use this sentiment here, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." We're going to stamp that on the 2.5 by 2.5 piece of white, or colonial white, with some chocolate or cocoa or whatever color that you think would look good for yours. So we're going to just stamp that here, and I'm going to try not to put my head in here. It's hard not to do that. There we go. And then I'm going to put that away so I don't make a mess. And then I'm going to get the cranberry out, and I'm going to stamp I just want this merry little right here. So what I did was I took a piece of tape and I covered up the stamp right up to that line. I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but I don't want to get any ink on that part of the stamp, so I'm just covering it up. And then I'm going to stamp this little sliver that I have here that was a leftover piece. I'm going to stamp that with the cranberry. And I'm going to have to put my head here. I'm sorry, I cannot see this at all, this white on white. So hopefully I got it on there. No, I don't like that, because I forgot to do something. Take the tape off. I'm sure somebody out there was going, "Take off the tape, Kim! Take off the tape!" Alright, let's try that again. We'll do it on have a spare piece. I just happen to have a spare piece. Imagine that. Alright, so now I'm going to take off the tape. That leaves a nice clean part there for me. If I can grip it. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Alright, now I'm going to stamp that on this piece. So there you go. A Merry Little. And as you can see, I was not perfect on that, but that's okay because I want that trimmed right down to the letters anyway. So I'm just going to take my scissors and do it with my scissors right down to the edge of the letters. That side. Bumble fingers. It is cold here in Colorado, and the room that I'm in is really cold. I think that the vent must be closed in this room because it's just not as warm as the rest of my house, so I'm a little chilly. Alright, so then we're going to just cut a banner end on this here. Just a little nick in the end of this, like so. And then I'm going to dab around the edge of that with some of the cranberry. Try to get into those little spaces. There we go. Okay, so put that away so I don't make a mess. I did anyway. Alright, so now you're going to take your 2x2, 2.5 by 2.5 piece that you just cut, and we're going to put our little banner piece on there so that A Merry Little kind of sticks out. So it's very noticeable. And I'm not going to pop those up. I'm just going to use some adhesive here, just for time's sake. You can pop it up if you want. I think it looks good popped up, so. But for time's sake, I'm just going to do this, because it was going to take me time to cut those down and everything. So just put that right across your stamp there, so it makes that A Merry Little kind of pop out. Okay, and then we're going to take our red piece that is 5.5 by 1 1/4 and put that down on the brown piece that is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And if you look at the directions book, am I out of tape? I am out of tape. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to go refill my tape gun. I ran out of tape. It doesn't happen very often with that big old thing, but of course it's going to happen right in the middle of doing a video, right? Okay, so for this one, you just want to put it in. You can get your measuring, you can measure if you want. I'm just going to eyeball it. This one in little ways here. Looks like it might just be a teensy bit short. Gonna split the difference there. And then on this card I put the bird side up. On this one I'm going to put the green side up, just to do it a little bit different. Boy, I must have been cranking out some videos because I've gone through a lot of tape lately. So this one I'm going to put kind of half on, half off that red strip. And you know what I wanted to do is put some ribbon on that first. Let's see if it's not too late. Yeah, we're going to make it. Okay, so I think for this one I'll use that same gingham ribbon that I've been using with the green and the red in it that I got at Joann's. And let's see where I want it. Probably about there. It does, the kit comes with ribbon, but I had misplaced mine somewhere since I bought this a couple months ago, so. And I've cut out all my stuff a couple months ago. But I didn't want to do a video till November 1st because I was just being weird about, I don't know, Christmas getting here too quick. Everybody's advertising before Halloween. It's driving me crazy. So, I just refused. But I had it ready to go. Silly, huh? Alright. So now we can put this guy down. And we're just going to go kind of eyeball it there. Partially on, partially off. Okay. And then this we will just put down flat. Keep these kind of flat. Easier for mailing. You can pop them up with some dimensions if you want. Or you can make them flat. They look cute with dimensions, but they don't mail so great. So I'm going to put that right up, kind of up to the ribbon and close to the edge of the card, just like that. And then we will put some ribbon through the card, through the tie piece through here. I would put a bow, but you can do a bow, you can do just like a tie here, which is what I'm going to do. Quick and easy. Trying to keep these videos not quite so long for you guys. Okay, so at some point in the past couple of minutes, my camera battery died, so I had to plug it in. And so I'm not 100% sure what you missed, but here's the final product. I just inked around all the edges of everything, had adhered it down. I know you saw most of this up to where my tape gun ran out. I know that it was working up to then. So I put the opposite side of the paper up as compared to the first card that I did and what the directions show to do. And then I just tied a ribbon around there with a little knot bow thingy in it. And now we're going to put this down to the front of the card and we'll be done with the second card. And like I said, if you assembly line these, they go really quick and you can make all 15 cards not a whole lot of time at all. So, and then I'm just going to put this to the front of the card. Back there. And there you go. There is the second card in the Workshop on the Go Pear and Partridge card making kit. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back to do the third one too. Have a great night.